Yo, what up, Boxing World? It's your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live. All right, there it is. Congratulations to Jeff Horn on retaining his title with a 11-round stoppage. Gets the win. You know what? This fight got a little ugly sometimes. Both people got some bruises on his head. I believe Gary maybe got the worst hand ever with a nice little cut on his. But, I mean, it was a pretty good scrap. And the one thing you can tell by Jeff Horn is that the guy got hard, and I think he got a pretty good, decent chin and head on him. So he pulled out the victory. Congratulations on that. Retained the title. A lot of people didn't know who Gary was. I know I really wasn't as familiar with him. Either way, it was a good scrap. It was an entertaining fight. Both went out there. Looks like they both tried to do it. I know Gary was talking about watching out for headbutts in the press conference before he led up. And it did happen here. I'm not really sure who the finger point on it at it. I know a lot of people were saying that Gary was kind of leading with his head, maybe even a little bit more than Jeff Horn. And but he won, and they went to the post-fight interview. And the person that was interviewing him was like, hey, as soon as the fight was over, Bob was like, we're going to Vegas in April to face Terrence Crawford. What do you think about that? And he didn't seem super excited. He said something like, but I guess, that's who the people want me to see. It was a total different reaction from when he beat Manny Pacquiao, because when he beat Manny Pacquiao and they did an interview, and I don't know what they asked him. I have no idea what the question was. But the first thing he did was pull out some gloves and a cane. And if Floyd Mayweather won, blah, 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 either he take the cane or he take the gloves, And he was talking that real tough stuff. And now when they talk about Terrence Crawford, somebody who's actually young, youthful, energetic, just now coming up to 147. So the toughness power is maybe with Jeff Horn. But, skills, Terrence Crawford is just a beast, man. I really do hold this guy very high with his skill level, being able to adapt, a southpaw, orthodox, just being creative, whatever he does, and very confident. But Jeff Horn didn't really seem as eager to face Terrence Crawford. As I reiterate again, against after beating Manny Pacquiao, he threw up some gloves and a cane. He was smiling and told Floyd Mayweather, basically, come get it. Like Floyd really wanted that title or retire. And now he just beat Gary. And they asked him about Terrence Crawford, because pretty much, if Bob is like, hey, we're going to Vegas in April. And it's the thing, maybe he like, man, I won't be fighting in Australia. I won't have that hometown. Neither will Terrence Crawford, but, to be on U.S. soil. But I'm going to Vegas, and I'm facing somebody who just unified his division. It's a tough fight, so I can kind of understand why it's not the same, because fighting Floyd, you're going to get the biggest payday of your career, and the guy's, he's not in his prime. So just maybe you would be the guy to land a lucky punch and put Floyd Mayweather in la-la land. But for Terrence Crawford, the guy youthful, you're going to have to fight this guy. And just a brief touch on it, if he does fight him, Jeff might have to make it ugly. He might have to. He might have to keep making it ugly. Keep using their head, getting cut up every fight. He might have to do that, because if he stands back and boxes Terrence Crawford, I think it's going to be a long night for him. I'm not sure if Terrence can stop him, because I think he got a good chin on him. He does have some good, decent boxing skills. I'm not putting that past him. I just think Terrence Crawford is a little bit more sharper, and basically the way he called out Floyd and the way he called out Terrence Crawford was totally different. Well, he did call him out a while ago, but now that the fight is actually reality, this fight is most likely his next fight in Vegas in April, and they asked him about it, but I guess, if that's what the people want to see. People want to cheer it, but he didn't sound as happy as the people sounded. He didn't say, hell yeah, I take on Terrence Crawford. Bring him here now. Terrence Crawford, you take the cane or you take the gloves. What is it going to be? It was just totally different. But either way, congratulations. After fighting somebody like Manny Pacquiao, and, many people had Pacquiao winning, some may have had Jeff Horn winning. I do understand taking a fight something like, with Gary. I guess he has a decent record, and it's not as tough as a fight as facing one of the elites like Errol Spence. Even Crawford at 147, even though he haven't fought at 147, Keith Thurman, who's injured, or, people of that caliber. Get a good fight, get a win. You won a belt, and now you retain the belt. That's a damn good feeling. Some people can win it and lose it the very next fight. So I do take my hat off for him. He's going to have a really tough fight against Terence Crawford, but pretty sure he's going to try to game plan for it. He's going to game plan. Terence Crawford going to game plan. And then we're just going to see what happens. It doesn't matter. Win, lose, or draw. Go out there, give your best effort. If he beats Terence Crawford, woo! He's going to be considered legit, not legit, but a serious threat. Or some might even put him number one at welterweight, because it's crazy enough. Some already have him as number one welterweight, But if he beats Terence Crawford, that'll definitely throw him up there. That'll definitely make this guy, he would no longer be looked at as the weaker of the champions, because one of the reasons he's looked at as that way, because a lot of people didn't know who he was, and the win over Manny Pacquiao was controversial. A lot of people thought that Manny Pacquiao won. I had Manny Pacquiao edging the fight out, but Jeff Horn put up a damn good performance. The one thing about Manny Pacquiao, he did not look the same. He didn't come on the first 4 rounds like he normally come on. So I don't know. That's why it was a lot closer. Manny did not look like the same Manny, and Jeff Horn came out like he was fighting on a mission. Even though I thought Manny pulled it off, Jeff Horn came out fighting like, like a pet bull loose out of a cage. He came to get it. He did come to get it. And he actually came to get this fight, too. He won this fight. Congratulations to Jeff Horn. Hope you guys got something out of this. T-Dub, what's players in the sports? We're out.